You're listening to BQN. Assimilate the audio.
Engage.
78 years have passed since the days of the original USS Enterprise. Now a new Galaxy starship has been designed.
Transporter Chief, beam our listeners aboard. Welcome to Galaxy Class, a Star Trek Next Generation podcast on BQN and the Fandom Podcast Network. I am your host, Counselor Amy Nelson, and with me today I have Diplomatic Standard Bearer Kevin Scarf and Chief Electrical Engineer Joe Keegan. Kevin.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going there?
It's good to be here. Yeah, I'm having a good day.
Good.
You know,
Anything going on?
We did an improv show last night for one of the local theater companies. It was having a social event, so that was fun. I'm going to Nashville, Tennessee next weekend. I'm having a weekend away, visit my good friend Julie that I travel with quite often. I'm going to visit her in Nashville for the weekend. So yeah, I'm excited. Got lots of fun things coming up.
Can I please tell you a museum, if you do museums?
Yeah.
It's right there downtown. It's the Tennessee State Museum.
It's good?
It is very good, and it's very comfortable. A lot is in there. It's great. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I also have a friend in Clarksville, Tennessee, so we're going to go off and visit her too. She's a mutual friend of Julie and I, and we're going to an improv show Friday night, and we're going to a magic show, a magic brunch at a magic club on Sunday morning. So yeah, those are the things we have planned.
Very nice.
Just a quick little 4-day weekend. Should be
awesome. Good. Joe.
Hello, Amy.
What's Chief Electrical Engineer doing?
Well, I've been having troubles of late with my electrical appliances.
Mm-hmm.
I've been waging war, and I've been pushing myself to the limits of kind of my expertise in fixing things. I had a breakthrough today. My KitchenAid stand mixer kind of blew up before Christmas.
Oh, I remember.
I fixed it.
You did not.
And it's now working. So I realized that when you switched it on previously to like the first speed, it would just go maximum speed. So it would just spin like as if it was trying to take off. The speed control plate needed adjusted, I thought. But it turns out it didn't. And then I replaced the speed control plate and it still didn't work. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I put it all back together and thinking I'll come back to it at another point. I'll have a think about it, do some more research. Then switched it on, and one of the inside contacts from the speed control plate had contacted the metal body of it, and the whole thing went and cut the power to the house. The breaker tripped. Yeah, it was quite frightening. I took it apart and it was all black inside, so I had to replace a couple of bits. Contacted a guy in Kansas called Mr. Mixer, who's got a YouTube channel. And his suggestion was to send it to Kansas to get fixed. And I was like, okay, it's over 4,000 miles. It'd be cheaper just buying a new KitchenAid. Yeah. So he suggested trying some other wee board, he named something. So I bought one on Amazon, put it in today, calibrated it all, and it works like new.
Joe, there is something in your brain that you enjoy this.
Oh,
because
totally. I love it.
Terrifies me when you're like, I'm going to figure this out. I was thinking it was this. How in the hell did you even think that? Like, it's amazing.
I did. I've always liked problem solving. And we're really lucky today to have YouTube and internet. So you can literally figure anything out. Be careful, because with electrical appliances, I did shock myself at one point. So when you calibrate it, you kind of have to have it switched on, but turn some screws.
Oh,
So, and then when it doesn't work, you unplug it and footer about, and then plug it back in and check again. But one of those times where you forget to unplug it, and then you footer about and you go, and then hope it hasn't traveled up your arm into your heart and killed you. Yes, I am still here. Yes, I'm alive. So this is good. Progress has been made.
wow. And
Congratulations.
good. Yes.
Thank you.
And Ewan is very patient to go through this with you and have lost to the power to the house. Like,
And tolerate the mess, because
Yeah.
I'll
was it
have
on the
little-
dining room table with all your
Di-
plants.
Yeah, dining room table. It's been on the living room coffee table, in the library room, on my podcasting desk. It's just been everywhere. So, yeah. Does anybody need any cake?
Right.
Because I'm in a position to bake now. If anybody
Uh-oh.
wants anything, we'll be taking orders for Galaxy class cakes in our new online shop.
Well, I think you need to send a slice of cake to Kansas.
Or to Las Vegas and Toronto first, maybe.
No, because that guy helped you out.
Yes. True. I got that, but I was going to serve you guys first because yeah. So yeah, apart from that, all is good.
Very good.
What about you, Amy? We haven't asked you. What's happening with you?
Oh my goodness. What is going on? It's been busy. I have my nephew staying with me this weekend. He's here in a lacrosse tournament, and so him and his girlfriend are here. I took my students bowling, had a great time. The kids are so cute. Man, they do not know how to bowl. I mean, they would like go up to the line and just like throw the ball down the lane. I'm like, you're supposed to like sort of walk up to it with momentum and throw the ball down. Nope, they just go there, throw it down, and they would make these beautiful parabolic arcs, which you're not supposed to do in bowling. So yeah, it's been real fun. So
You are maybe supposed to make a parabolic arc horizontally, though.
Yes. It
Was
needs to stay on the
Curve
floor.
in. Yeah. And I know something about bowling. You're supposed to steer it with your thumb.
that is correct.
Oh,
Where your
okay.
thumb goes, the ball follows.
Yes, I knew this.
Here we
Excellent.
have 5-pin bowling in Canada. It's a
Oh.
big thing. 5-pin bowling, and it uses smaller balls and smaller pins, and only 5 of them. And the pins are worth different points depending on where they're positioned.
Oh, nice.
But it's becoming less and less popular, and more 10-pin alleys are opening up everywhere. So
Interesting.
Never heard of that. You know, the Australian Open is on at the moment, the tennis Open. Yes. So we had been talking about it in school, my higher physics students, and they were carrying on. They were supposed to be doing an experiment with a bouncy ball to measure the velocity and the motion of the bouncy ball. But they were trying to play tennis with a meter stick and a bouncy ball, both of which have the kind of same diameter. And it's like you could invent a new tennis game. Bouncy ball, tiny bat. Can you do it? Because normally tennis is a big bat and a kind of smallish ball. Can you play tennis with a tiny bat and a tiny ball?
Is pickleball a thing where you guys are? Because that's becoming popular.
Huge.
Pickle, like as in a pickled onion or a pickled cucumber.
Well, that's what it's called.
Yeah. But it's like badminton tennis.
Yeah, it's played on a smaller court than tennis, and it uses a wiffle ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
A what?
A wiffle ball. It's one of those plastic balls with holes in it. No,
Never heard of that.
Joe has no idea what we're talking about.
Okay.
No,
Wow.
you're speaking a foreign language.
I
Like
only know
a
it's-
badminton shuttlecock, no? For badminton?
But a sphere.
oh,
So it's got holes in it.
when you throw it, it doesn't go very far
Right.
because it's just really light and
And a smaller court, and you can do doubles or singles, just like tennis. And it's
for children.
So I just joined.
older community. So that's why it's huge in Las Vegas, because we have a lot of retirees here.
Las Vegas in Florida will be big.
Yes.
I just joined my local rec center to try to get myself a little bit healthier. And I go for aquafit classes and swimming as I like the pool. And I'm having some issues with my feet. So I wanted something a little less, thudding on the floor. But pickleball is a big thing there. They have pickleball several nights a week in one of the gymnasiums there. So
Are you going to check it out?
Maybe once I feel my feet are in a position that I can do some like running about and bouncing. So yeah, I want to drop some pounds first, and I'm working on it. Working on it.
No, I have a friend who's he's 54 or something, and he's just done local things, and like at our parks, he's joined some leagues, and now he's like, I'm getting asked if I can be a sub for this team over here and a sub over here, and he is just loving it. He's single, and so there's a lot of single ladies there too, just
ready to mingle.
Yeah.
Kevin, I don't really want to speak about your feet. I want to speak about feet in general. I was listening to, I'm telling everybody about this because I'm so fascinated by it. I was listening to BBC Radio 4's Inside Health programme, which covers like health stories in the news and kind of current research and whatnot. And they talked about larval therapies.
Oh.
So for people with like diabetes who might have like problems with circulation, they might have open sores on their feet and things like that, that just no lotions and potions, no antibiotics, no special dressings have been able to heal for a long time. So larval therapy basically uses maggots.
Yep.
Which is an ancient way. Put maggots on a wound, the maggots will naturally eat all the necrotic tissue and allow the wound to heal naturally. And so you can get it on our National Health Service. I was asking Ewan about it, and he says, we used to use it. They've not used it in a long time, but there's calls for it to become the first thing that they try, as opposed to like spending 2 years trying things that they probably know aren't going to work. Try all the medicines and lotions and potions they know aren't going to work. So buy these little tea bags in with full of little baby maggots, and they put it on the wound, and the maggots just eat all the necrotic tissue.
That's fascinating.
Yes.
But when do they know to stop eating the tissue?
They don't eat living tissue, right?
They don't eat living tissue. They only eat the dead, diseased stuff. Yes. So fascinating.
Interesting.
They also talked about the fact that maggots in general have evolved over thousands of years to be in competition with the primary decomposers in carcasses. So those things that are in carcasses which will help the carcass decompose, and those are primarily funguses and bacteria. So when the maggots, the fly lands on carcass, lays its little eggs, maggot hatches out, and the maggot's in competition with all this other all these other microorganisms. So in order to survive, the maggot produces antifungals and antibiotics, antibacterials, antimicrobials to help it survive. And so we find that they're so good to help humans like heal, because they're kind of giving out all these good chemicals that allow you to heal naturally. They kill anything that's causing your disease. It's like, whoa.
Well, I'm not in a position to require that kind of maggot therapy. I just have, my chiropractor tells me it's plantar fasciitis. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I wear a special brace to bed every night that keeps my toes pointed up so that the tendons in my feet are stretched properly so that there's less pain. It's because the pain is most acute when I get up in the morning. You step down and you feel that sort of jolt of pain in your heel, and that's really helping. And then I have a little spiky ball that when I'm sitting watching TV, I roll around on my foot to keep my foot sort of massaged, and that's helping. But also this week getting out and going to the pool twice a week has been good too. So
good.
Middle of winter, going swimming. Yay!
Indoors unheated.
Yeah, Amy asked me if it was an outdoor pool. Yeah, people do that, but
I know. I was like, "Are you joining the Polar Bear Club?"
No.
Those people are insane.
We could do that in Iceland, Joe.
We could.
But it will be
Thanks.
July, so it won't be that cold.
It'll be cold enough.
Who am I kidding?
I think I'll be able to cope with it, Amy. You'll be phoning up like the Coast Guard to come and rescue you. Get you back
I'll
to
go
the-
into cardiac arrest.
Yes, you will. That's a thing. Kind of
I
thermal
know.
shock. People
Yes.
that think it's warm and a nice summer's day and go into the lake, but it's a nice summer's day, but the lake's been frozen over winter, so the lake hasn't warmed up. Dangerous.
Listeners, we really are not here to be talking about maggots and swimming and, polar bears.
People want to know
Kevin's
more
feet.
about us.
It has been fascinating, though. I'm not going to lie. But let's check the communication array to see if we have any comments from our listeners.
Logs accessed.
Wah, wah.
No.
Boo!
Well,
hold on,
listeners-
we have a comment. We do have a comment. I've just found it.
Did it
What?
just
Oh,
come
Joe?
in?
Just come in. We have a comment from
Whoa.
listener Joe Keegan who says, "You guys are so awesome, and I love you so much. I'm going to listen, like forever, even after I die." Ah, Joe.
Oh, Joe, thank you so much.
Joe.
You're amazing.
Wow.
Thanks for
Long-time
listening.
listener, first-time commenter.
True. Yeah. No time listener. No. I
Yeah.
don't listen.
I know. Who listens to that?
That's rubbish nonsense.
But listeners, if you haven't listened to, that would be I almost said Earl Grey. That was funny.
What?
Galaxy Class 120. We built an amazing time travel watch
Yes.
list. Please go and listen. We had a great time.
We did.
Amy has time traveled back to Earl Grey times, apparently.
Apparently.
And all four of us were there.
yes. Yes.
This is the captain. Senior officers will report to my ready room immediately.
Well, today, listeners, we are going to do another actor profile, and we're going to focus on two takes breaks. Number one, Johnny, as his friends call him, Mr. Jonathan Frakes. So, you guys, I think Jonathan Frakes is so good to his fans. He shows up on the cruise, at the conventions. He does so much for us.
Does he,
what? Oh, does
Is he not
he?
famous for cancellations?
No, that's Robbie Duncan McNeil.
I'm sure Frakes is famous for cancellations too.
No.
I think I've been at one convention that he's actually
One.
turned up to.
Well, he's been on the cruise. He's been to multiple STLVs. Didn't he go to Destination?
Hey, I think I've seen him once.
Okay, so he's out there.
Okay.
He's out there. All right. So, what are your personal experiences with Jonathan Frakes?
I don't know if I've ever had I've never had a one-to-one interaction with Jonathan Frakes. I have seen him at a convention. I went to, this was the year of the 25th anniversary of Star Trek The Next Generation at the Montreal Comic-Con. The entire cast showed up. So I went to see that. So I did see him there, but he was on a panel with the entire cast of Next Generation, which was really super cool. But I've never had any face-to-face interactions with Jonathan because I'm not one to buy autographs or photo ops. So I don't generally interact with people face-to-face. He was at STLV the year I was there in 2019 because I remember seeing him in the dealer room at his table.
Yeah.
But I was a bit nervous to talk to him for some reason. He's just a dude. I should just go say hi, but I didn't. So
Oh, I
anyway.
completely understand getting nervous.
Yeah.
I'm in a very similar position to Kevin. I also have no personal interactions with Jonathan Frakes. I have seen him. It must have been the same year, 2019 at STLV. Saw him from afar. I asked Ewan. Ewan got I think it was just a table side kind of selfie with him. Ewan told Jonathan Frakes that he was very tall. Jonathan Frakes told Ewan that he was also very tall, and Jonathan Frakes complimented Ewan on his Discovery scant that he was wearing, made by yours truly.
Very nice.
So I feel seen by Jonathan Frakes through my artwork.
Yes.
I loved fellow BQN host Thad Hait went to that convention last year wearing a T-shirt that was just covered with pictures of Jonathan Frakes' face, and the picture that I saw of the photo op of him and Thad and his friend and Jonathan Frakes together covered in pictures of Frakes was hilarious. I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, I did get to meet him for the briefest of seconds because Christos generously, we got a picture. Yeah, was it this STLV with Gates McFadden and Jonathan Frakes? And Christos was in his Beverly Crusher. I was in my Troy. So we had Crusher Troy and Crusher and Mr. Troy in our photo. So that was fun.
Can we talk about STLV a little bit more?
Okay.
Sure.
Because I'm getting increasingly excited because it's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening. It's actually happening.
I know.
it's
I'm
quite
so
soon.
excited. Okay, wait. Have you bought your stuff, Joe? Tickets?
No, not yet. We've got to discuss it. We are going. I looked at. Then we're just going to do GA passes.
Oh yeah.
That's what we did last time because
Yep.
we don't really
That's
need anything
fine.
else. We go for the people and the friendship.
You are rarely in the panels.
Oh, yeah, we just go into the panels for a seat.
Yeah.
To take the weight off a little bit. Yeah, so doing that. But the biggest news though about STLV is that our great friend and culinary connoisseur,
Yes.
Heidi Stuck, is going.
Yes.
And I'm like, I can almost taste.
I know. I am so
the
excited
tantalization of the
to
amazing food
go
we're going to
to
eat.
dinners.
Yes.
Oh, yep. Fancy dining.
Nice wine. Oh, I'm excited.
Yep. Okay,
back to Frakesy
Yes.
boy.
Okay, let's talk to me about his biography. What's going on with Jonathan?
Okay, I
Frakes?
think we have to just point out the fact that Jonathan Frakes is 70. He will be 71 on August 19th, which coincidentally is 4 days after my birthday. So it's in the same week, so we might as well celebrate it together. He was born August 19th.
Wait, is that around the time of STLV?
Oh, just be after, yeah.
Yeah, just after.
First day of school is my birthday, usually. It's awful. Yeah, he was born in Belafonte in Pennsylvania.
But raised in Bethlehem.
Bethlehem, oh little town of Bethlehem. If you're singing Christmas carols from primary school. Bethlehem, the town of Pennsylvania, no doubt named after the town of Bethlehem in, where is it? Somewhere in the Middle East.
Judea.
Is it? Okay. Is that
in the Bible? It was Judea, wasn't it?
Judea? I don't even know what it is now. It will be modern
Israel?
day Israel. Yeah, probably something like that. What else do we know about him?
Well, he graduated from high school in 1970, and he played trombone in the marching band. He went to Liberty High School in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
So the marching band is called the Grenadier Band, which I find just really, really, really insane. So the Grenadiers would be the soldiers or the troops in the army that had the grenades. Why on earth would a school have a Grenadier Band? I know it's probably just a ceremonial thing. Yeah, you're not going to ship off your high school students to war with grenades.
Well, they hide the grenades in the tubas.
There you go.
Oh, that's the launch mechanism.
Exactly.
It becomes more like artillery.
I don't know. Is that the trombone that slides them out?
Interesting. Yeah, listeners, if you want to look up the Liberty High School, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania Grenadier Band, they have some videos on YouTube. And they're pretty
we will
good.
post the link in our show notes.
We can, yes.
Yeah.
It's weird that the band has like 250 people in it. It's just nuts. American high schools are just crazy in terms of the size. They're like small Scottish cities.
Yeah.
Yes. Interestingly enough, I went to the Rose Bowl this year because my Utah Utes were the Pac-12 championship game, and we were playing Penn State, and I was sitting in the Penn State section, and this happens to be Frakes' alma mater. So that was pretty cool. But he started in psychology and then changed it to theater major. And I didn't know he earned a master's from Harvard University. So pretty smart dude there.
I didn't know that either. He graduated Harvard in 1976, and he was active in the Loeb Drama Centre, LOEB, which no doubt must be named after Lisa Loeb, who had a hit single in, I think, the 90s.
Yes, of course.
Yes. Our other co-host is never here, although she was here last week. Go and listen to her. Rhea reminded us that Jonathan Frakes married the actress Jeannie Francis, although I don't know Jeannie Francis because a lot of American TV is just lost to me because we never get it. But she played Laura Spencer on General Hospital.
So
Yeah.
Jeannie
soap opera.
Francis was a huge deal in the 80s, right? Because General Hospital was the hottest soap opera in daytime TV, and The Wedding of Luke and Laura was like the biggest thing. It was on the cover of all the magazines. So Jeannie Francis
Everywhere.
was a huge deal
Everywhere.
in the 80s around in North America.
I didn't even watch that soap opera, but
Uh-huh.
yes, everyone knew.
Everyone knew
Luke and
about The
Laura.
Wedding of Luke and Laura.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Yeah.
I have to ask my mum if she ever watched General Hospital because she watched like Dallas and Dynasty and Falcon-Crest.
Okay, those were the nighttime soap operas, but you ask her if she remembers Luke and Laura's wedding. That's all you need to say.
Because the daytime soaps were lower budget and they were
Uh-huh.
on every day of the week.
Yeah.
My
Okay,
mom's
is that
soap
like-
opera of choice was called Another World. That was the one she loved when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And is it in the same vein as like Bold and the Beautiful
Yes.
or
Yes.
those kind of daytime dramas?
Yeah, but Bold and the Beautiful, that's the one that's at the bottom of the list. It did not last very long.
No, it's still on.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, I thought it got canceled.
I
thought it went to a half-hour show and then it got canceled. Did they bring it back?
I will find out.
Oh.
Young and the Restless is still on. General Hospital is still on. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
No, yeah. Anyways.
Wow. I love the fact that Jeannie Francis and Jonathan Frakes are still married.
Yep.
Is it half of all marriages like end in divorce?
The Bold and the Beautiful is still on. It's never been canceled. And there have been, as of January 6th of this year, there have been 8,932 episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful.
I stand corrected. My apologies.
8,000. Interesting. What's the other one thinking of? Days of Our Lives. Is that another one?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Days of Our Lives. So these are the ones I watched was Days of Our Lives, Young and the Restless, As the World Turns. Oh, I loved that one. And then I did a little bit of General Hospital, sort of that Luke and Laura time, but then I tapped out. Yeah.
General Hospital is still on the air, and they've made over 15,000 episodes of General Hospital.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
debuted in 1963.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought Coronation Street, which is a British soap.
We know Coronation Street too.
Yeah, it had the most episodes, but I think they're only up to 10,000 and something. I just googled it. I don't want to kind of affiliate myself in
10,857 episodes.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Coronation Street, so I just googled that fact there. It's not something I would innately know because I'm a fan. Because I'm not. Ewan's a fan and loves it.
Really?
What? Oh yeah.
What?
So Frakes and Francis met on the set of a soap opera, didn't they? They were on another soap opera together called The Doctors, which was his first television appearance.
They met her in Bare Essence.
Yeah.
Oh.
In 1980. Yes, in the 80s they met on Bare Essence.
Oh, I don't know that show.
Yeah, I haven't heard that either.
I don't think it lasted very long. If Wikipedia is anything to go by.
Probably not. There was a lot of shows that just came and went. Boom.
Yes. But they have two kids together. Jameson Ivor Frakes, named after Admiral Jameson, and also Elizabeth Frances Frakes, named after Elizabeth Shelby, Commander Shelby from Best of Both Worlds. Obviously. Yes.
Obviously.
Jameson was born in 1994, with Elizabeth being born in 1997.
So, Kevin, that Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels.
Let's talk about that. Was that his first gig?
No, The Doctors, the soap
Okay.
opera was his first gig, according to Wikipedia.
Okay.
That was his first television. He had done theater in New York and then
Mhm.
moved to Los Angeles to get into television and film. So his first non-soap opera role was a guest starring appearance on Charlie's Angels, which, for the sake of research, I watched this morning. So, in this particular episode of Charlie's Angels, this is in season 3 of Charlie's Angels. So, Farrah Fawcett has left the show already, and she's been replaced by Cheryl Ladd as Chris. And Chris leaves a restaurant where she encounters a bad guy who's just knocked a guy out with a lead pipe and is stealing the money from the restaurant. And
Where
she
did they
witnesses.
find the lead pipe?
He had it with him because he was a
Oh,
bad dude
this
who
bad
was
guy.
who was gonna confront this guy.
Carried it in his pants.
Exactly.
Cool.
And so Chris sees this and tries to stop it, and she ends up getting run down by this car and thrown into a garbage bin. And when she crawls her way out of this pile of garbage, she's lost her memory. She doesn't know who she is. And so she stumbles around outside the restaurant, almost gets hit by a taxi cab, and then convinces the taxi cab to take her anywhere. We learn later that she has been taken to the beach, where she stumbles around, getting into some misadventures, and she gets she meets a very nice homeless man who shares his food with her. And while she's there, they get accosted by 3 young thugs who try to steal her purse. But she uses her judo skills and her gun and turns the tables on them before she runs away for some reason. Where she encounters our hero Jonathan Frakes as the sort of head of a volleyball playing group of young people, just having a good time on the beaches of Los Angeles. And so he tries to help her. She doesn't know who he is or who she is, but he has a very jealous girlfriend who doesn't want her to be there because
Scandalo.
it's very a scandalo. And that's where she is when eventually the other 2 angels, Sabrina and Kelly and Bosley, find her, and the bad guy eventually gets shot, and they all live happily ever after. Now, why Chris didn't just go into her purse to look at her ID and see what her name was and where she lives and maybe who she could call in case of an emergency, I don't know. Because she did pay the cab driver $50 in cash, so she had to have been carrying that somewhere. But she never did. But she did have a lovely day at the beach.
Did she not check her emergency contacts in her iPhone?
No, she never thought to do that either.
So I feel like our listeners won't have to go back and watch that because you've summarized it so like visually.
It was thrilling. It was so fun to watch actually this morning as I was lying in bed on my iPad watching Charlie's Angels. It was really quite fun. You don't have to know anything about the premise of the show. You just have to, it's all there in the title sequence. 3 young women taken out of the police training, and now they work as private detectives for Charlie, a mysterious man they never meet who only speaks through a loudspeaker on Bosley's desk. It's, yeah.
Amazing.
Well, listeners, we do have a link of a clip with Jonathan Frakes talking to Cheryl Ladd. So we will have that in the show notes as well. And I do highly encourage you. When I was watching it, it's so pixelated.
Well, if you are in Canada, the ctv.ca and the CTV app has the entire series of Charlie's Angels available for your viewing pleasure in as high a quality definition as 1978 television will allow.
Would allow, yeah.
You know, just do it if you want to see Jonathan Frakes in short shorts with amazing hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like
he is the only male volleyball player who's wearing a shirt, though.
That's okay. The hair and the shorts make up for that.
Every young guy on the show wears their shirts buttoned open all the way down to their navel. So
that's it's what is it, California? So it's probably quite warm. I would do the same.
But the other half of them are wearing sweaters and coats on the beach. So I don't know. I don't know what kind of day it was.
Fashion.
Yeah. I think to move on with Jonathan Frakes, I think the biggest pre-Star Trek thing that he appeared in was The North and the South. which was a huge miniseries. Remember back in the 80s, miniseries were these big, huge deals. And the North and the South was a really huge deal for him.
American Civil War.
Yes.
He played the brother of Kirstie Alley's character on that show. So there's another Star Trek connection.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I read that and I didn't know what that was. So thank you for describing that. And I do remember watching it. Of course, wouldn't recognize him, but
it was like post Roots, right? Like Roots was the hugest deal. It was like a 6-part miniseries.
Yeah.
And it was the age of the big flashy miniseries and the special television events. And he was very important on that show.
I quite like a miniseries.
Pretty much everything is a miniseries these days. We only get 10 episodes of Picard a season.
For a season, right?
I think 6 is nice and comfortable. It's like 6-hour-long episodes, and you can watch it in a day comfortably and have time to do other stuff and feel like you've absorbed some entertainment. I like that. We can't gloss over the fact that in the 1970s he was hired by Marvel to play Captain America at various conventions. We missed that. We skipped that step. That was his first kind of acting gig. But
I have seen pictures of him dressed as Captain America. They're out there if you search for them.
Yeah.
He used to go to like comic book store openings and
wow.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh, the guys outside. Was it Man's Chinese Theatre in Los Angeles? Is it? And you got all the superheroes dressed up that you can have pictures taken with.
But unlike those dudes, Frakes was actually hired by Marvel Comics, right?
Those are just bootlegger versions.
Exactly.
Okay, fakes and phonies. I see. I'm sure they're very talented people. I didn't mean to cast aspersions on them. I was looking at his kind of when he moved to LA in the kind of 70s, 80s, looking at all the TV episodes purely to see what I recognized and what I didn't recognize. I'd never heard of 8 is Enough or Bare Essence, or Paper Dolls or Dream West, but I had heard of everything else like the Waltons. I think, and hear the Waltons, or you say the name the Waltons and you hear the theme tune. Yeah, that is quite
Amy's looking at us like we're weird, but the
wow. I did not know the song, but after listening to you, I do remember it came back to me. So well done.
You're right there. Dukes of Hazzard, Heart to Heart. Was Heart to Heart the one with Stephanie Beacham? No. Yeah.
And no, it's the guy
Robert Wagner.
Yeah, right, Robert Wagner.
And it is a Stephanie, but not Stephanie Beacham.
No.
It was Stephanie Powers.
Powers.
Powers. Stephanie Beacham is more recent, isn't she?
It was almost like a modern day Nick and Nora kind of thing where they were like well-to-do jet set couple.
Oh yeah,
but
I loved Heart to Heart.
Also solved mysteries.
They're matching convertibles driving down the freeway and the opening credits. Like, oh yeah, it was like that's life goals. Because back in the day, she was right. They were private detectives, and she held her own. She had her own car. She brought in her own clients. Like she was a powerful woman in the 80s, not under her man's thumb. So, anyways,
that's a very good point.
I want to watch the episode of Dukes of Hazzard that he was on. I wonder if that
the show does not age well.
No,
so
I know.
It's sort of just best in your memory of I didn't know any better.
Did they remake it recently into a movie with Thingy?
Yes.
Blonde guy with the nose.
Owen Wilson,
that's the one. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Well, real quick, because listeners, I know you know what Jonathan Frakes has done in Trek. He, of course, played William T. Riker and Thomas Riker, correct?
Indeed.
And he was in Deep Space Nine as Thomas Riker. He was in one episode of Voyager, Death Wish. He was in one episode of Enterprise, the best episode. These are the voyages.
Oh yeah, everybody's
I
favorite.
jest, listeners.
Ooh.
Don't send me those hate mails. We've got 3 episodes, excuse me, of Lower Decks and 3 episodes of Picard.
So he holds the record for appearing on the most Star Trek series as the same character.
Yes. Well, he, right,
Him and
and
Marina.
Marina are the only 2 actors to play the same characters in 4 live action series.
So he's been in Deep Space Nine, Voyager, TNG.
But Deep Space Nine. Oh,
Picard.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But he didn't play William Riker on Deep Space Nine. He played
Yeah.
Charles
But
Riker.
Oh no, then Enterprise as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 5 then.
Right.
Plays
But
the
we
same
don't
character.
count.
We don't count. Yeah, the Thomas Riker Deep
yeah.
Space Nine one, and Marina would be the same.
She never appeared on
definitely
DS9.
Voyager, Enterprise, Picard, Lower Decks. Those are the 4.
And Next Generation.
Well, of course. Yeah.
But
So
live
then
action.
that is 5.
Yeah, but for live action.
For live
5.
action in an anime.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. And he and Tim Russ are the only actors to appear on screen with 4 Trek captains. So who are the 4 Trek captains? Obviously, he had the conversations. He played the chef on Enterprise, and Captain Archer spoke to him. Captain Picard, obviously, like every episode.
He was with Janeway.
Janeway?
When the Q was on trial. He was called as a witness.
And
Generations Shatner.
Did he have any scenes with Shatner?
No, but they still count it because they're in the movie together. But they technically do not share a scene together.
And he's one of only 2 cast members to appear in every episode of Next Generation.
hold on, no, they'll be including Voyager, him and Captain Janeway being on screen together.
Yeah, we counted Voyager.
I counted Janeway.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Yeah, Kevin was talking about Death Wish.
He was called as a witness for the Q trial. That's where we learned about his ancestor, Thaddeus Riker.
Yeah.
So what are you counting, Joe? What's stumping you?
It's 4 Trek captains, so we've already got Picard,
Shatner,
Janeway,
Archer,
and Cisco.
But that wasn't Will Riker.
He and Tim Russ are the only actors to appear on screen with 4
yeah.
captains, so they're not
So it's
counting
Cisco.
Generations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Cool.
What about the fact that he was a captain in Picard? So does he count himself? That makes 5.
Oh.
Oh, that's going to cause more cognitive dissonance for me. I don't know about that.
So, he's now behind the camera.
Yes.
And he has directed quite a bit. You look at his IMDb, my goodness, that man has directed a lot. I haven't even seen or know about half of these shows. So the only ones I listed were the ones that I have some recognition. So he directed such shows as Roswell, which I think I've heard of.
Yes.
The Librarians, where he also is a producer. Leverage, Castle is a fun one. Burn Notice is a fun one. Falling Skies, NCIS LA, of course, the Orville, and the Astronauts. Now, you guys, the list keeps on going. Any of those stand out to you or you recognize?
I watched Roswell back in the day. That was a great show about teenage aliens living angsty
that's what
teenage
that
lives
was.
in New Mexico.
I watched, you mentioned it, and I can't remember what you said now.
The Astronauts?
The Orville?
Yeah,
No.
the Orville. Leverage, Castle, Burn Notice. Falling
Leverage was a
Skies.
fun show. And so was Castle.
Yeah,
But mostly
Castle
sort
was
of like
great.
light crime drama kind of stuff. Burn Notice also was another fun show.
Oh, I love Burn Notice.
He also did several feature films, including Clock Stoppers and Thunderbirds. He was the director of the live action Thunderbirds film. And I was reading on his Wikipedia today that that movie was such a flop that that's his last feature film directing, and he didn't get any directing gigs for a couple of years after that because people blamed him for the failure of the Thunderbirds movie. Not the fact that making a live action Thunderbirds movie was probably a bad idea in the first place, because American audiences don't know who the Thunderbirds are. But
who are the Thunderbirds?
Thunderbirds was a British puppet animated show from the early 70s about a strike force team of astronaut pilots, I think they were, weren't they? I don't know. I never really watched Thunderbirds either. I just sort of knew the theme song. Thunderbirds are go.
Amy, okay. Did you ever see Team America World Police?
No.
Okay. Never mind then.
Yeah. It was, they called it Super Marionation. It was marionette puppets. There were several shows that this company made, and Thunderbirds was the most popular.
I wonder why he agreed to direct the movie. I mean, it doesn't even sound like a good idea.
They probably pulled a dump truck full of money up to his driveway.
Thunderbirds is a big deal. So when you're making it into a live action movie, I suppose it's a bit like making the first Transformers movie, live action Transformers movie, when previously it had all been animated. It's going to be a big deal. I can't find anything on that list. It was sci-fi in the kind of 90s, 2000s maybe, and I cannot find it. And I watched it and I loved it. And I don't know what it was.
A movie you're talking about that he
I think it was a TV show. Well, Amy mentioned
he also directed Dollhouse.
Oh, Dollhouse! I love Dollhouse. I watched Dollhouse. They're all kind of sleepers.
Eliza Dushku.
Yes, that's right. I loved that.
He's been busy. He also did some voice acting. Because I loved, and now this was at the same time as Next Generation, really. Gargoyles. He played Xanatos, the sort of head bad guy on Gargoyles. He was in almost every episode of that. Marina Sirtis did the voice of Demona, the gargoyle, on that show too. And there were lots of Next Gen actors who were actually on that show. And I'm sure we'll talk about them when we get to their actor profiles. But if you want a lot of Star Trek actors doing voice work, watch Gargoyles, which is on Disney Plus.
Oh, okay.
It was a really great urban fantasy show about these gargoyles who were frozen into stone form at a Scottish castle in the year like 900. And then they woke up after their castle was moved to New York. And they woke up in New York, and now they fight crime at night.
Huh. Wow.
Listeners, you did not see my eyes roll to the back of my head.
When I said Scottish castle.
Yes.
There were lots of Scottish references in the show, and a lot of Shakespearean references.
So, one thing that Jonathan Frakes is a strong advocate for, and that is for Pancreatic Cancer Action Network. PanCAN is what they lovingly call it. The reason why it is so dear to Jonathan Frakes is that his brother Daniel lost his life to it in 1997. And he found about PanCAN through Kitty Swink, who is Armin Shimmerman's wife, and she is a survivor of pancreatic cancer, 18 years now. And they were at some Trek event, and Kitty, heard about his brother and asked if he would like to be involved with PanCAN. And he has been on their board, I believe, for 3 years. A very strong proponent for this, and does a lot of charity events. In fact, he was on for an entire, I think it was an hour, on John Billingsley Hollywood Food Coalition that was just recently on over MLK weekend a couple weeks ago, and did this whole segment, explained his story, and it's very touching. And I love how Star Trek actors, you network. It's like, someone and they get involved. So I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, he's fairly well known for his charity work. So, and I've listened to him on various podcasts and different events promoting the pancreatic cancer awareness. So,
interestingly, in real life, Cambridge University in England had successfully trialed an artificial pancreas in 2 patients.
Wow.
Like really successful. So no really super high blood sugar levels, no low blood sugar levels. The artificial pancreas worked as it would have done in a patient with a healthy pancreas. So imagine if you detect pancreatic cancer early enough, remove the pancreas and replace it with an artificial pancreas, that might be the future, so that more people survive.
That would be good.
Yes, it'd be awesome, wouldn't it? I did find the name of that TV show that I couldn't get. It was Falling Skies. I loved Falling Skies, starring Noah Weil, who was the young doctor in ER. Sci-fi aliens invade and basically try and kill.
No, oh yeah, he was also on The Librarians too, wasn't Noah Wiley in the lead in the Librarians movies?
I'm not sure. I've never seen The Librarians. Never heard of it.
It's sort of a Buffy-esque show, I think, where the librarians track down mystic forces of evil.
So our other co-host, or guest, we call her a guest host because she's never here.
Rhea.
Yeah, Rhea. She should just hold. The planes have autopilot nowadays, don't they? Just record an episode and put the big inflatable guy on to come in and fly the plane. Because she hits a button and the inflatable comes up and flies the plane for her.
And she wouldn't have any Wi-Fi issues because she's closer to the satellites, right?
This is science, Amy. Yeah. This is true science. Rhea has one fact about Jonathan Frakes that she would love us to mention. He used to have a pet cat or dog, she can't quite remember, named Bix, B-I-X. It was named after Bix Beiderbecke, the famous jazz musician. And she goes on to tell us why it's relevant. Bix and Rhea were born in the same town. And Rhea has even spent the night in his childhood home. I'm not entirely sure if she spent the night in Bix's childhood home or Jonathan Frakes' childhood home. Rhea, cease and desist if you're going around the country, try to sleep in Jonathan Frakes' homes. Please do not stalk Jonathan Frakes.
So I was reading that. Let's take a bet. Did she mean that she's been in Bethlehem where Jonathan Frakes was raised, or she's got to be talking about Bix Beiderbecke.
I thought Rhea was born in Greece.
Well, yeah, it says Bix and Rhea were born in the same town.
Let's stalk Rhea. Where was she born?
I have this feeling, I have this vision of Rhea having broken into Jonathan and Jeannie's house. Like rummaging around their belongings, being all Rhea squeaky as Rhea is, and then they come home early. Yeah, it's late at night. They come home early. Rhea has to hide under their bed while they go to bed and then sneak out in the depths of night. Rhea, is this true? Please don't bring the podcast into disrepute.
Now, listeners, if you have not listened to our STLV recap, Rhea tells an amazing story between her and Jonathan Frakes. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Ask her about it sometime. She'd be happy to tell you.
So, Jonathan Frakes is on Cameo. You can have him send you a personal message. It will only set you back $300.
That's not too bad, I guess.
Is it though?
I'm not going to do it, but
I'm not.
I don't think it's too
We
bad.
could do it for the network. Come on, Patreons,
Oh.
give us some money, and we'll
That's a
get
good
Jonathan
idea.
Frakes.
We can get Star Trek celebrities to say whatever we want on Cameo.
Yeah, we can.
Would they? There's probably a clause that we'd be using it for kind of inverted commas and for commercial
No,
purposes.
I see celebrities hyping for like iPhone games all the time on ads.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure that's just a Cameo thing.
That's true. Yeah, good point. Yeah, I'm still not paying for it. So listeners, if you want to stump up the cash, that'd be awesome. We would love you. Yeah. Strangely, we have a tidbit and a fact about Jonathan Frakes that his net worth is $25 million US. But
Which is not including his wife's net worth as well. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you know what? But really, that doesn't. It's just money at the end of the day. If it's a MasterCard advert, then he's priceless to Star Trek fans, isn't he?
Yes.
His value is incalculable.
Mm-hmm.
He is famous for creating the Riker maneuver, which is the odd way he likes to sit. And he also leans a lot and puts his feet up in places where I don't know if feet are supposed to be. But I don't know if that's just a character thing that he created for Riker, or if you ever meet Jonathan Frakes, if you take him up for dinner, he sits in a restaurant chair that way by lifting his leg over the back.
That was, he has explained why he did that and the leg over the chair, because those season 1 uniforms had no give and they were so tight, and he's talked about it hurting his back and stuff like that.
I can
It was just easier to swing his leg over than to try and like sit down or something. I don't know. Weird. And I have always heard 2 takes Frakes from his directing. And I'm like, what does this mean? Well, he did explain it on that Hollywood Food Coalition charity event marathon. And when he started directing movies, they needed multiple takes because usually he got his filming in 1 take. And so then the producer was like, that's all? You need to do another take. And he's like, no, I got it. It feels good. He's like, no, we need 2 takes every scene for movies. And so now that's why, because he didn't know that. And so that's why he's 2 takes Frakes.
I didn't know that either. So next movie I make, I'm going to do it in 2 takes. Just saying.
Well, you just can't do it in 1. You need to have 2.
It's for editing purposes.
For every scene.
You've got to back up, yeah.
Yep,
Makes sense.
exactly. Yep. Well, guys, what do we think about Jonathan Frakes now that we know a bit more about him? Kevin?
I think he is a super nice guy, very talented, and I think that we were very lucky that he was the person who was cast in this show. I really do. I think he's the sort of genial face of Star Trek, and he seems genuinely. Maybe he's also just a great actor, because I've never heard him interviewed anywhere where he doesn't seem just genuinely happy to be there and discussing what he's done and the work he's done on Star Trek. So I think we're very, very, very lucky to have had Jonathan Frakes as a part of our favorite show.
I think Jonathan Frakes is very lucky to have us podcasting about him.
That's true.
I think I'll go so far as to say that if he goes to SLV, or what is it, the 57-year mission or something, then Amy and I will be there, so he should potentially take Amy and I out to dinner. As a
because he
thank you.
does have a net worth of $25 million. He can afford that.
Exactly.
And my net worth is 25 cents, I believe. Just cool guy. You get that impression that he's he's genuinely nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think now sometimes you think, are they nice or are they just good at acting? They just act nice, but like behind the scenes, they're just kind of trashy to their fans and their co-actors. I don't get that about him. I don't get that about The Rock, Dwayne Johnson either. I think he's in real life he's a really nice guy. Same with Jason Momoa. I think they're just nice people.
I'm so intrigued why you would put those three actors in the same sentence. It
Category people Joe wants to be hugged by.
Okay, there you go.
I think they're the first three. I saw Jason Momoa's Super Bowl ad recently. I don't know if it's a recent Super Bowl where now he's all buff and muscly. He comes home and he's walking and he's talking to camera. He's walking, but he's taking off his foam muscly arms. And he's taking off his abs because it's all foam, and he ends up as this kind of skinny, 50-kilogram runt of a guy. Then he takes off his hair and he's bald. You have to watch the advert. It's funny. But yeah, they're all nice people, I think, and they're all quite tall. I also think maybe they're in the same category in my brain. I organize people by height.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. I just had a vision of Joe's mind with all of his people in little groups of heights.
My brain is an Excel spreadsheet, yes.
Can we sort?
Yes. Column D is height. Yeah.
Got it.
Barefoot height. Yeah.
No.
Ranked from tallest to shortest. Because I don't really care about the short people all the way down to the bottom.
Oh.
Soz. Also
I'm the shortest of the group here. Because Rhea's taller than me too. Oh.
Rhea's freakishly tall, isn't she? She's almost Amazonian in her height.
Are there any other final thoughts about Jonathan Frakes?
Did you have thoughts, Amy?
I do. He just seems genuinely, authentically nice, nice to his core. You just don't hear him. And of course, he's going to have bad days. But in general, he brings this light and love and compassion every single time I see him, either, on some charity event or in person at a panel or taking a picture with him. He just has a nice aura around him that makes you feel good. And I love seeing his contribution still to this Trek family. Mm-hmm. It's just truly amazing. He is a gem. Oh,
he's a keeper.
Yeah, he's a keeper. Yeah.
Jonathan Frakes, you can stay.
Incoming transmission.
We would love to hear what you thought of today's episode and hope you'll join our Facebook group, the BQN Collective, to continue our discussion there. You can also tweet your thoughts at Galaxy Class Pod, or you can follow the entire network on Twitter and Instagram at BQN Podcasts.
Please hit the subscribe button on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts and leave us a star rating and written review. That helps others to find the show. You can also follow the entire network's podcasts with our master feed by searching BQN. This way you won't miss any of our fine shows like All Good Things, Union Federation, History with the Szilagys, Infinite Diversity, Mickey's Marvels, Trexperts Quiz, and What's the T-Bev? So, Kevin, where can people find you when, you're lying beside Rhea underneath Jonathan and Jeannie's bed?
We were lucky to get out of there without a security system going off. It was tight because their bed's also not very high. It might have even been a water bed. But if I'm not there, you can find me on the BQN Collective on Facebook. You can hear me on True North Nerds, which is a podcast I do with a couple of local friends about all kinds of nerdicity. And I am on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok under various. I think I have a different handle on all of those. I'll write that up somewhere and put it in the collective so you can find it. Amy, where can people find you when you aren't trying to get close to Jonathan Frakes so that you can get even closer to Marina Sirtis, who plays his wife?
Yeah, that is really my true motivation. We all know. Well, when I'm not doing that, you can find me here in the network where I'm co hosting Union Federation, which is about the Orville and New Trek. I am also on All Good Things, which talks about all of Star Trek, but lots of different series. I am on Twitter at Miss Amy Nelson, but my favorite place right there, BQN Collective in our Facebook group. And Joe, where can people find you when you are launching grenades out of your trombone?
Amy, that was an evil urban legend that was spread about me in the 1980s, and don't take kindly to that being mentioned again, especially live on air. It's so rude. But when I'm not doing that, not that I ever did, you can find me on the BQN Collective on Facebook. You can email me joepodcast@gmail.com, or you can get me on Instagram at joeyjoe77uk.
Priority 1 message from Starfleet coming in on secured channel.
Now, if you'd like to help us keep all of our shows coming to you each week, you can become a patron of the network on Patreon. Now, we're putting out more exclusive content for our patrons that you won't want to miss, like It's Green or Amy's Math Moments. With a monthly Patreon subscription of just $5 or more, you can join our meetings of the Hive Mind on the second Saturday of each month. Watch your Patreon messages for details. For more details, go to patreon.com/BQN. A huge shout out to our very own associate producers, Jim McMahon and Davey Willett. We are so grateful for your support.
At this time, we would like to thank our executive producers who make this all possible, and a special thanks to Mark White for artwork and me for our show music.
Thank you for beaming aboard the Galaxy class. And until next time.
Smooth as a baby's bottom, eh, Data?
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Right, help me, guys. I haven't even thought of anything yet.
Mr. Worf. Fire. Dun 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 dun.
Okay. In our society, we share the responsibility and the pleasures equally.
Great joy and gratitude. Okay.
Logs accessed.
No.
Well, let's get to...
That's the wrong one.
Oh, it
Yeah.
is? My gosh, what in the hell?
What are you doing this morning, Amy? Have you had your coffee?
Enjoy the edit.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Kevin, you're first.
I'm first.
So Amy has one fact about Jonathan Frakes that she would love for us to use.
Rhea,
Yes, that's what I
you
said.
said Amy.